B2B, B2C kind of a product is where you have a lot more experiments where you will do, where you will take data, you get a lot of data from customers or from different industries or from different customer base and everything. And you will do some experiments that, okay, this is what I'm thinking, it will work. And you will do some testing, you will work, sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work, etc. Whereas in a B2B kind of a setup where you're developing product for enterprises, you don't usually get a good customer base. First of all, getting a customer data for a business is itself a challenge. Then you don't have so much scope for experimentation. You can't launch something and say, oh, sorry, I'm testing it. Let's see if it works or not. They will not take it. So here, to build even those hypotheses, right, you need to have a certain level of expertise on how it needs to work. It cannot just work. You cannot just build any hypothesis. It has to be targeted for that industry, for that line of business, how it works. So you need to have certain level of expertise. And even everything else, right? If you take an example of the request, what you get in B2C kind of a customers, you're talking about a large customer base, lakhs and millions and everything. And most of request what you and I give in those cases are mostly wishes for the product manager. And most probably it might come, it might not come. You need to have a substantial number of people talking about it for it to come. Whereas in a B2B kind of a setup, these kinds of requests usually come with expectations and demands. A lot of the cases, there is a demand already from the business that I want this, and you don't have a choice at that point. You can't say, oh, no, wait, I will not take into account. We will commit when we'll take it when it's possible and all. That's not going to work. Most probably you would be arm twisted, hand twisted, whatever it is. And it's mostly a demand which is coming in and you will have to support it. Okay. And even the evolutions. So depending upon the type of product you have, most of the B2C kind of custom products, you will see a lot of enhancements and evolutions which are happening. Every day you get a new update. But if you look at a B2B kind of a product, these are very limited. Usually you have a 6 months once or a yearly once kind of a releases. So very important to know these differences, because depending upon what type of product you are interested in or what type of learning you want to do, you have to choose that industry well. Otherwise, if you're a very good in B2B kind of a products, but if you go into a B2C, you might feel that it's a lot of ad hoc or a lot of dynamic things there. Whereas if you come to if you're used to a lot of dynamic experimentation kind of a work, and if you come to a B2B kind of a product, you will feel like you're constrained and you will not be able to deliver it. So you need to know this difference and choose your industry or the company accordingly.